probably that crypto is driven like 80% by liquidity, especially because Bitcoin is the one that's outperforming. All the other altcoins, they're really lagging, especially if you compare the beta that those currencies, cryptocurrencies should have. I think it's really a strong sign that also institutions are buying. We ran different kind of like analysis when Bitcoin actually goes up and into which time region. So now we're seeing, of course, Bitcoin a little bit down in the Asia region. And historically, Bitcoin is up 70%, but 60% of those 70 is all done during US hours. And Asia is actually down 10% year to date. So we're seeing people that are in Asia, trading in Asia, that tend to sell Bitcoin right now. But people that are trading during US hours seem to be buying. And I think if you compare to like Asian equities, it tends to be like more retail focused versus US equities tends to be more institutional focused. So I think you can make an argument that right now it's more institutions that are buying. And that's probably more driven by kind of the macro headwinds that we have been seeing that are now turning more to kind of tailwinds.
But that would be the question that I'd then ask you, because if it is coming via the way of Insto and you've got, you're basically reallocating as a hedge or an institution as whatever it might be, because you're taking off some of the risk when you're talking about your equity exposure, you're then putting it into the likes of money markets and then potentially Bitcoin. What then happens though if we see any kind of either the macro downside in terms of a significant downturn, but more importantly also, I suppose, some kind of a resolution on the other end that everything's okay in the banking system? Do you think that that's going to cause outflow?
Yeah, good question. I mean, the point here is really that crypto, especially Bitcoin, was developed as an alternative payment system, right? And I guess a method of safety. And when you look at the last kind of deposit crisis that we have, was really in Cyprus in the Q1 2013. And this is when Bitcoin went from $15 on January 1st, 2013 to $240. So it really went up almost like around 15 times. And this is when depositors were bailed in, when depositors had to take a haircut. And I think we kind of like, yes, I think the worst thing, we have kind of like dodged the bullet here. But nevertheless, I think there is now a strong demand from people really moving some of their deposits into crypto, just being safety, for favoring safety than over anything else.